The only way we're gonna get General Barrow is through his daughter, Erendira. We can use her as bait to draw Barrow out, but we need her to cooperate. Do whatever you have to in order to convince her.
Operation Kingslayer has all the makings of a political mess.
We sure stepped in shit this time.
It's when the bureaucrats start asking us to bend morals and laws that I start to worry.
But politicians do it all the time.
That's because politicians already have somebody ready-made to take the fall.
You mean us, don't you? You mean this time it's us. Great.
You wanna check this spot out for intel?
There she is. Keep in mind she's our only lead. We need her.
And if she don't want to help?
Like I said, she's our only lead.
Erendira, buen dia. We're looking for General Barrow.
Lo siento. Mire, I cannot help you.
You can and you will. We know the General is your father. We only want to meet him.
¿Qué? Why should I believe you?
Because you don't have a choice. You think the cartel sicarios are bad? We are the people they have nightmares about.
Papa? Some gringos have found me. Americanos. I am not hurt. They say they only want to meet. No, I do not trust them. He says you are malos, peligrosos, but he has given me a location.
Saddle up. We need General Barrow alive, but I don't expect him to be friendly. Want to get to that RV first.
That's right.
I asked Pakatari to send us a vehicle. I'll fly.
Look alive. We got company. I got one Unidad soldier.
Point him out.
There. By the truck.
Ambush! General fucked us over. Get him!
Vale, pendejos. Our good general knows when to surrender.
Didn't have to go down this way.
Of course it did, cabrona. You threatened my daughter. My only regret is that I did not bring more soldiers.
Sir, we've come to you because we need your help.
This is not how one asks for help in Bolivia.
This isn't the normal kind of help we're asking. We're working with the rebels. We want to take down the Santa Blanca cartel. You can't be happy with how they're treating your country.
They treated it worse than the Americans.
Sir, your daughter's safe. Whether or not you help us, you are coming with us.
My daughter, she's nothing like me. She's kind where I am coarse. She thinks with her heart. I could never understand that.
I'm not sure we're supposed to understand our children. We just hope they learn from our mistakes.
She's ashamed of me, no? Ashamed of me and my mistakes. She could have hidden from my enemies in England, in España. Instead, she stays in Bolivia, teaching in a poor school in a dangerous area. She's trying to serve my penance for me.
You're no angel, sir. But I think your daughter's the kind of girl who does what she wants for her own reasons.
Why else would she do such a thing? She could have lived a life of comfort, in peace.
Maybe she loves her country too much to leave it.
See, perhaps. Perhaps she's too much like me. It is not so good to be too patriotic. Bastardo, these were good men!
Silencio, marche.
I was in La Paz trying to speak to the president when you had my daughter call me. I have known for some time that our relationship with Santa Blanca is untenable, but I could not convince the bureaucrats there of our situation.
They wouldn't let you speak with the president.
No. And I fear that I revealed my intentions to men and women who are already in the pocket of Sueño. But today, corruption is the Bolivian way of life.
I've been trading too many shots with Unidad to feel any sympathy, sir.
I had wanted order when I made peace with Santa Blanca. But it is an order fueled by corruption and violence against our citizens. That is my responsibility, and I will help make it right.
It's an uphill battle. But if you don't want any more violence for Bolivia, for your daughter, we have to shut this down proper.
I may have a few loyal officers who are willing to see things my way. Also, I have a friend, a colonel in the regular army. He may be able to help. But all of this is going to take time.
Then let's start now.
El Mudo was going to try to kill me, just as I was going to kill him. Black is for vengeance. White is for safety. Gold is for success. Ahora, I ask you, how can any saint grant contradictory prayers from two different men? It has been my experience that gods always side with the man who has the most money, the most men, and the most power. I had lost the one man I could always trust, mi hermano. How many men would be more loyal to him than to me? How much power would he take? Would that be enough for him to take me out? I would always have an advantage, though. I grew up with the man. I knew how his mind worked. I knew his next move before he did. I just had to be patient.
searching this location for intel? Unidad bird on patrol. Watch out.
We entering a new province?
Yeah, Villa Verde. Map shows one major road which leads to the city of Villa Verde. Other than that, looks like a lot of jungle.
Let's give Bowman a call. Bowman, we're crossing into the province of Villa Verde.
Other than a lot of legal coca farms, there's a mine there owned by the cartel. The mine is the cartel's source for pyrolusite. It's used to make chemicals that purify the cocaine, make it nice and white or something.
I think we could screw up that step in production for you.
I don't have intel on who's running things in Villa Verde. Be careful. Gather intel on the Buchan before making any big moves. Bowman out.
Eyes on a cartel heavy machine gunner.
Tell me where.
By the stack of tires. We're good, we're good.
He heard the body fall.
Got something here. Looks like the local boss is a guy named Elway. He has a house in a place called Riverine. Let's check it out. Bowman, the name of the Buchon in Villa Verde is Elway.
Elway? We know him. I wasn't sure he was in Villa Verde. He's in charge of processing the pyrolusite into the chemical used to purify the cocaine. An Unidad lieutenant named Bento caused an accident in the processing plant that burned Elway's fucking face off.
Oh, so it was easy to spot in the crowd.
When the bandages came off, Lieutenant Bento made fun of Elway's hamburger face. Elway went after him and almost started a war. Sueño had to step in.
That sounds like a great lever to pull.
Frame Elway for the lieutenant's murder, the war starts up for real. I'll send you some intel on Elway. Bowman out.
Bowman just sent us a video starring none other than Bolivia's butt-ugliest comedian, Elway. Sure to be a barrel of laughs.
This is Elway. Real name, Pedro Gil. And I know the first question you're asking. What the fuck happened to him? You know what pyrolusite is, right? Yeah, neither did I. Pyrolusite, key syllable pyro, by the way, is the shit they mine in Villa Verde province to turn coca leaves into high-quality cocaine. So what, you ask? Elway's father was a miner. His grandfather was a miner. His grandfather's father was a miner. Basically, Elway didn't have many options until El Boquita came along.
You want to make some real money?
Turns out he wanted to make some real money. Turns out, in fact, he was ambitious. Elway wanted to improve pyrolusite to produce the best cocaine the world has ever seen. Ever hear the expression, it blew up in his face? According to our sources, Elway is a generally affable guy. Good to his workers, cool with Unidad. Just don't ever make a joke about his face. We need to find a way to drive a wedge between Elway and Unidad's Lieutenant Bento. See what you can dig up.
Target carrying submachine guns. Get a load of this. It has to be the cartel's operation center for Villa Verde.
The local Buchan should have quarters there. Let's take a gander.
We rattled somebody's cage.
I called Pacatory for some reinforcements.
No mames, clarito, se fueron unos pinches disparos. Órale, todos protéjanse.
They know we're here. Be careful. Firing. Grenade, move, move, move. Get down. Grenade, move.
Got eyes on the cartel HQ building. Let's get a closer look. Look at this little arsenal.
These are homemade shotgun shells. Mexican pesos and birdshot inside.
That's a signature. When Elway shoots somebody, he wants everyone to know it was him. Let's grab these and give Bowman a call.
A partir de la madre con todo. Vamos a enseñarles quién manda. Disparen.
They're coming right at us. Any ideas, boss?
I'll pilot. Hey Bowman, I've got a plan to trap Elway. How about we kill the Unidad captain and leave Elway's signature shells at the scene to pin it on him? Sound good?
Devious. Make it happen.
like the idea of this load of pesos and birdshot.
When I was a kid, a neighbor used to fill his shotgun with rock salt instead.
That's some hardcore shit. Blasting salt into the wound.
Fire.
I copy.
Is that pyrolusite mine?
It's honestly more modern than I was expecting.
The locals can thank Santa Blanca for that.
They actually ought to thank him for that, right? The cartel built the mine and everything. Probably safer than the other mines around here, too.
There's Captain Bento. Hold on.
Huh!
Open fire.
I copy.
Find some fucking cover!
With the shotgun shells there, Unidad will accuse El Way of the killing, and nobody's friends anymore.
Come on, let's go see what other trouble we can stir up. Fucking hell!
Hang back, that tango will spot you, fucker. Opening fire.
Check this out. The head of the miners' union in Villa Verde, this guy named Chango. Flat.
Talk to the local union leader in Villa Verde and see if you can get him to convince the miners to stop digging pyrolusite for the cartel.
Out hates how the cartel treats workers here.
Sounds like we have a lot in common.
Bet he'd be happy to lend us a hand with fucking up their pyrolusite supply chain.
I asked the rebels to send over a vehicle for us. Sniper out there.
Sniper, get the fuck down!
the Union leader.
Let's go talk to him.
We hear you'd like to get those SB soldiers off your back.
Por supuesto. Who wants to work like a slave for those narcos?
If we could make that happen, would you be willing to abandon the mines for good?
Pero no pueden. You can just kill off every Santa Blanca soldier in the country.
If we could manage it, we would. But we can't take out enough of them for you to have the time to gather your families and flee.
Se lo agradezco mucho. Santa Blanca has taken over our place in San Marquesa. Clear out that mine, and we should be able to get free.
That we can make happen.
There's got to be some intel we can dig up around here. Bad guys in the area. We got a Sicario. Near the turret.
This is the miners' district, and it's crawling with Santa Blanca. Clear them out, and those miners are one step closer to leaving these parts for honest work.
Copy that. We have men on the way.
Enemy spotted.
Eyes on a gun turret.
I got a third target.
They're on alert.
I'm engaging Tacos. Get the fuck down!
Sorry about this, brother, but I gotta have the car. Out. Hang on, I'll drive. How are we looking?
We're clear over here. Clear. I can use some rounds.
Clear here. That got kind of stressful, huh?
If you didn't want to be a gunfighter, you should have joined the Peace Corps.
rebels for some reinforcements. Call Pacatari for some reinforcements.
That was fucking close.
We're out of the cage.
Dad bird approaching. Stay down.
Clear. How you guys holding up?
Looks like we've riled them up.
Roger. Let me get in position.
También están fuera de nuestro alcance. Manden una puta patrulla para partirles la madre.
Roger that. Target marked.
Quédense donde están. Una patrulla va en camino.
Fuck. Engaging. Tango down.
They got reinforcements.
Ya llegaron estos güeyes y el apoyo. Andan en donde vimos que
They're gonna
estaban
see you.
los
Hold
enemigos.
up. Got a break. Those assholes are going the wrong way.
That ought to keep their polvo from turning nice and white.
You know pyrolusite is used to filter water, too.
There are other ways to manage that, though, right?
Fuck it. I was drinking bottled water anyway.